You all understand as business, you see the prices you're paying for health insurance. You understand how difficult it is unless we make the changes we need in that area. Now, back one more. On healthcare and on just about everything, Missouri families out there are getting squeezed. If I'd say out there, I think I'm the only person I'm aware of in the state that's been to all 114 counties recently. I do spend a fair amount of time here and there. And when families, though, right now in this economic times, when families feel squeezed, they tighten their belts and they spend more conservatively, just like businesses do. Now, as you all know, I'm running to be CEO of the biggest company in the state. 16 departments, nearly 60,000 employees, $20 billion budget. And just as families and businesses must tighten their belts, I believe our state government must tighten its belt as well. Because we can't raise taxes on folks and can't raise taxes on businesses. It's hard enough for everyone to make ends meet. We can't take more money from people's pockets, especially with the economic strains we have now. Just like if you want to run an effective business, you don't raise prices on your customers when times are tough. You figure out how you can be more efficient and be more productive in order to deliver a good product at a good price. So instead of asking Missourians and Missouri businesses for more money, I believe the government needs to do more with the money the folks already pay. That's why today I'd like to outline several very real steps that I believe we must take to make our government more efficient, more effective, and more fiscally responsible to the taxpayer. By applying business principles to government, we can save taxpayers money, be more responsive to the needs of the business community, and spur more economic opportunities around our great state. Fiscal responsibility is going to be the first step in this process. Now, as your Attorney General, I have run a very fiscally responsible office. Last year, my office saved or returned over $20 for every dollar appropriated by the legislature. In total, my office has saved the taxpayers more than $2 billion in my career. And I have also, we not only balanced the budget in our office, we've operated under budget every single year I've been Attorney General, saving the state millions of dollars. We started the no-call program, for example, and today more than 3 million Missourians participate. We've never charged Missourians to be on a no-call list, and we pay for it with the settlements we win against companies that violate the law. We, in essence, as many of you have heard me say, we eat what we kill. It's a popular program and an effective government service offered to the people of Missouri, in essence, free, tax-free for sure. We need to be just as responsible with taxpayers' dollars in all facets of government. Now, in order to determine exactly where government can save, we must determine exactly what is working and what isn't. Performance reviews are commonplace in the business community, and I believe we must start aggressively using them in state government. As governor, I would quickly establish a performance review commission comprised of three parties: private sector executives, elected officials, and senior level government managers. I will task them with conducting a thorough review of the agencies of state government, top to bottom, in and out. We want to know what works and what doesn't. We want to know what has worked and what hasn't. We need to report quickly. The commission will be given a strict schedule. Upon completion, this commission will present a report to me and to the public with their recommendations. We will work aggressively with the legislature and agencies to see those recommendations are implemented. Other states have had great success with these business-style performance reviews. Governor Manchin in West Virginia identified nearly $320 million in savings after conducting a statewide performance review in 2006. And in New Mexico, Governor Richardson's performance review process realized a savings of $28 million in the first year and a projected $400 million in savings over 5 years. Overall, that was a savings and efficiency gains of around 7% to the state budget. While I will allow the professionals on the commission some discretion, there are a couple of specific areas where I will instruct them, because of my numbers of years of service, to focus where I know we can be more productive. First of those is to streamline our healthcare bureaucracy. We must address the clear inefficiencies in management of our state side of our healthcare system. It's a system that, in my view, is broken. Throughout the campaign, I've spoken of my vision for the state's health system in considerable detail. That's not what I'm going to do here. But from a performance review perspective, there are clear areas where the state can save money and provide better care. Right now, more than 60 separate state agencies, boards, and commissions are involved in the development of healthcare policy and the delivery of care and the management of care. However, there is no single authority that oversees the state's healthcare system. When you think about the complexity of all this, it is forcing people away from making decisions, wasting time, and wasting money. Needless to say, I think everyone here has experienced the feeling of being lost in a healthcare bureaucracy at some point or another in their life. I believe we need to streamline all the boards and commissions and eliminate unnecessary duplication and overlap. But I look forward to the Commission's recommendations on how to address this problem. Now, performance reviews, if done right, produce results and save money. But beyond these performance reviews, we must apply other business principles to the management of state government to be more efficient and fiscally responsible. For example, we need to invest more of our energy and effort in having what I call e-government services. The internet has revolutionized the way we communicate and do business. Your companies have innovative websites. You do business inside your companies. The RCGA has an outstanding website, I should know. There's no reason that the state of Missouri shouldn't use all the technology available to create the most innovative, most convenient, most savvy website possible, a one-stop shop for the people of Missouri to interact with their government. Because we understand the power of the internet. The Attorney General's office website gets hundreds of thousands of hits each month. Consumers file complaints online now. They can 24/7, 365 file consumer complaints. They can sign up for no call. You can get consumer education. You can get all our publications. We have the ability of school kids to take tests. We have sunshine law tests. We have education curriculum. And we have a consumer blog that gets tens of thousands of hits a week where folks can ask questions and interact about what their rights are. Now, as governor, I'll solicit recommendations from each department about how we can offer more of their services through the state's website. Missouri needs a comprehensive e-government strategy that takes a top-to-bottom look at how the state currently provides information and services to Missouri citizens through the web and via the internet. We need to look for ways to improve that. For example, each department has an individual web presence. Those websites don't often communicate between one another, require Missourians to look for information and services in multiple locations. In addition, we need to ensure Missourians are able to provide feedback and receive answers they need from state government. In doing so, we can continue to evaluate how effectively we provide the services that we do. We also need to look for ways to increase the services offered through the internet while ensuring consumer privacy and security. And I would stress once again that from a governmental perspective, my concern about privacy and security are extremely high. We have huge gaps out there in this world that we need to all be working to make sure we close. Now, there are considerable savings to taxpayers that can be realized from a top-to-bottom review of Missouri's e-government strategy. An effective state website, effective communication will save taxpayers time and money, and it will save the state time and money. Now, in my prepared remarks today, I've outlined several steps that I'll take to apply business principles to the state government to make it more efficient and fiscally responsible. Because I believe we can provide a better product to the people of the Show Me State without raising taxes. But in order to properly implement these principles and make our government more efficient, I'm going to need your help. You are the business leaders of the region, and quite frankly, of our state. You join your compatriots all across the state in leading business each and every day. You're the experts, you're the front lines of management, and you are on the front lines of technology. You know what works and what doesn't. So I look forward to coming back often to the RCGA and your members. But even more so, I look forward to having you come down to Jeff City, where we can sit around the table and discuss economic challenges we face together and come up with real solutions to move this state forward. So it's a pleasure to outline some of these ideas for making your government more efficient and fiscally responsible, but I know you have additional questions, so now is the time for you to interact directly with me as you deem appropriate.